This is just part 2 of the same video. I really want to be not feeling like I'm feeling right now, y'all. I want to be feeling more positive. You know, it's a new year. It's 2025. But really, y'all, the last year where I felt like I got a good amount of satisfaction or enjoyment was 2022, and that was 3 years ago. 2023 sucked. 2024 sucked. And so far, 2025 is not off to a great start. And I'm trying so hard. Like, I've really been trying to stay positive and know that things can turn around. I'm trying, but I can't sit here and just act like everything's fine, because it's not. I'm literally just in my room right now, and all I can think of right now is I just want to sleep and not wake up. I just want to sleep and not wake up. I just want God to take me. I have just said, God, I just want you to take me. Like, if you take me away from this earth, I will not fight you. I will let you take me. It's just so hard to keep living at this point. And I've struggled with really bad depression and despair, and I'll just say it, I've struggled with suicidal thoughts. It's not a new struggle for me. I've dealt with it since pretty much my teenager years. It comes on and off. And sometimes it's like I have the thoughts a lot, but then sometimes like the thoughts come on really strong, where I start thinking of a plan of like how I can just end myself. And that's when it gets really scary. I mean, I haven't thought of a plan right now, but it's just hard. I keep being told, like, well, God still has you here. He has you here for a reason. And he has a purpose for you. And I understand people are trying to, like, encourage me and be helpful, but I just really feel like it's hard for me to hear that right now. And I don't want to listen to that right now. Because I'm just in a lot of pain emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I'm in a lot of anguish. I'm just so tired of everything. And like I was mentioning in the last video, I'm tired of the state of this country and this world. I'm tired. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sad that there's just so many people, even some people who are working full-time jobs, can't even barely afford to barely live. Like, there's people who have college degrees who they're still struggling to make ends meet. And it's just disheartening. It's just disheartening. Like, unless you are like really in the top 1%, everyone else besides the top percent is struggling right now. People are having to share places. They're having to live with families, live with friends, have roommates, because this shit is too expensive. And rent, like the cheapest rent you can find almost anywhere, in any apartment or any place, the cheapest rent is like not usually anything below $1,400 or $1,500 a month. A lot of people don't even make that in a month, because so many people have all these lower paying jobs, and it's just the working wages are not supporting people in the economics today. It's just not. Back when I was working full time at the last job I was working, back in like probably the early 2000s, early 2010s, I could probably afford my own apartment. Like, I could afford my own apartment, pay all my bills, probably be fine. But COVID happened, and COVID made everything worse, and the inflation went up, and everything got so expensive, and they're not increasing our working wages. And even for the people who have college educations, you get paid more with a college education, but even then, like, you still have to pay off all your college debt. You have to pay off, it's just like, it just seems like we just have to literally struggle to survive. And I'm just so tired of struggling to, like I said, if I didn't have my family right now, I'd be out on the streets. I'd be a homeless person. And I guess part of me just, I have a lot of fear that one day that's going to be a possibility, and that's going to be something that happens to me, is I'm just going to be homeless. And by that point, I'm just going to be like, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to, like, either starve to death, or I'm just going to jump off a bridge or something, because I just cannot. I can't take this anymore. I just feel like I'm constantly trapped in a prison that I cannot escape from. That's what being on this earth is like. And I just feel like if something were to happen to my family, like I lost all my family, I think at that point I'd just be like, God, I'm sorry, God, like, I don't want to do this, but I just have to kill myself. I can't do this anymore. If I don't have my family or my friends, I'm already struggling so much, and I have my family right now. And that's honestly, I think, the only thing that's, like, allowing me to hold on right now, because I have my family. But it's just a bunch of bullshit. Why? Why do we have to keep suffering? Why does a majority of the human population have to just struggle to live? Why do we have to feel like we're bleeding and working ourselves to death to just barely survive? Like, what kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? It doesn't surprise me that the suicide rate is so high here in this country. It really doesn't. Because they work us to the bone. Not everybody has the means to a college education. But still, the minimum wage nowadays is not feasible. It's just not feasible. I'm no, like, math expert or anything, but I feel like unless you're working full time and you make like 25 or plus an hour, you're just gonna, like, be struggling constantly. And our stupid country and our government and the people who control everything are selfish, and they just don't care that all these people are out living in their cars or homeless, or like, because the sad truth is homelessness has gone up. I think I looked up the statistics, and it went up to 18% in 2024, which is the highest it's been in like years. It's not affordable anymore. Not everyone who's homeless has drug problems or alcohol problems. It's just some people simply lost their jobs, or their jobs are not paying enough and the rent keeps raising. And unless things change, it's only going to get worse. People are dying out on the streets. Literally, human beings are being treated like wild animals. It's disgusting. The lack of value for human life, especially the lower end, more poor people, it's horrible. I know not everybody's going to be wealthy enough to afford like a big mansion or have multiple properties, but every human being should at least be able to afford the bare minimum of a place to live. This is just ridiculous. I so often just wish I could just have grown up. I know there was different struggles back then. There were still certain things that were struggles, but most everybody could work, and even if you didn't have a college degree, there was still affordable housing and affordable places to live, and groceries were not super expensive, and just, it was different times. I don't know, maybe things will get better. Maybe they will, but it seems very doubtful. It seems very unlikely, in my opinion. And if, like, the people who are in control, the ones controlling everything, if they don't change it and they just keep things the way they are, it's never going to get better. And so many more people are going to keep suffering. But what do they care? They don't care about the majority of us. They don't care about those of us who are struggling. They don't. All they care about is how much money they can make. The greed for money is what's going to kill this country. It's already killing this country. So I hope you guys are happy with yourselves. All you top percent people, the people who are running everything, I hope you can live with yourselves. People are literally dying because of you. I'm just so over it, man. I'm so over it. I just feel like I'm tired of being in this. I feel like it's just, I'm in this game. Like life, I feel like I'm just in this game that I was forced to be in. And I wasn't given a choice. And I have to play and be in this game. And I don't want to play anymore. Just simply put, I don't want to play anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm A lot of people think I'm pessimistic and nihilistic. Well, yeah, maybe I am. But I just see things for what they really are. And so if that makes me a pessimist, then I'm a pessimist. So shut up. Jesus, take the wheel. That's all I had to say. Jesus, take the wheel.